talking about what it was about.
He actually had a lot more plans for it than he actually got out. He told me a bit about it, and I was very impressed.
Are we talking about Angel Academy or Tank?
We're talking about Tank. I was talking about Tank at least.
Okay. So, okay. Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna be talking a lot. So you guys, like, I don't know.
Well, before we do that, do you have the quest called Personal Matters?
Yes.
Then let's fucking go.
Okay. Okay, to the east.
To the west.
To the west. Okay, so I had 2 comics. One was called my blanket in it.
Gonna tuck you in nice and safe.
One was called Angel Academy. That was my first comic. The other one was called Tank, and Tank actually arose from personal experiences. It was a World of Warcraft comic, believe it or not. And it all came from the idea when I was actually raiding with Sebastian and Alice, and we were doing what was the dungeon called? It's the one in the battlegrounds. The one where it's basically just a massive line of stairs going down.
Oh god, I don't remember.
You know what? Oh, you know which one it is. There's like 3 or 4 mobs or something, and then there's just bosses.
The prison?
I don't know. Like was it Alterac Valley or something? The northern PvP area, yeah. Vault of the.
Oh yeah, Vault of Archivon.
Yeah. And so we were in there, and I had been tinkering with the idea of becoming a tank. At the time, I was a DPS. I was a Blood Knight, a Death Knight, so they could be, well, anything really. And during that, we were like on the cusp of beating the last boss, and suddenly the tank just died. And Alice had been like giving me some tips and pointers on how to become a tank. So I just figured fuck it, and then started using those. And we actually managed to beat the guy because I like, you know, jumped in and became a tank. And then we had some mutual, and I'm using all the air quotes in the world, mutual friends who were really weirdly stuck up about it. Like they kept telling me that I couldn't do it or whatever the fuck, and were really just being really mean-spirited about it for some odd reason. And so it kind of became this whole thing about, you know, like our characters, because we do play on an RP server, about our characters living out this story about, you know, trying to become a tank. And I kind of changed everything within the World of Warcraft world to be where tanking and doing dungeons and shit actually fit into the universe. So it's not just like a weird thing where everyone is just doing the same dungeon again and again and again and again and again, and the same enemies are there again and again. And I tried to, you know, like implement it so aggro was actually a thing, and healing was a thing, and like tried to do a narrative spin on every like class and all that stuff. And that was, and it was supposed to be like a lot more than what it ended up becoming, because it was, so the whole thing was that like I never want to tell a story without telling something with it, and so it all became this whole meta narrative about how a tank is basically a person who goes in there and makes an arena their own. Like meaning like the same thing with like if you start a new job, it's gonna be incredibly, you know, like daunting, it's gonna be scary. So what you gotta do is like do what a tank does, go into the arena and make it your own. Like just, you know, like you will find your place in there, work for it and stuff like that. And so that was basically what the meta narrative became, and then there was a whole bunch of plot twists, there was a background story. It was very anime, but you know, it wasn't a bad story. I find I just, you know, kind of grew tired of it and went on to newer, grander pastures. Also, people started tracking it down because of the webcomic relief.
Yeah.
So I would like just I think it was Concession I reviewed, and I would just wake up and it would just be like a fucking entourage of people just shitting on my comic because I had the audacity to shit on Concession. And then I was like, I don't need to deal with this, and I don't care enough about the comic to do so, and so I removed it.
Yeah, you definitely had a lot more plans than came out. Like, the comic sort of like stopped being made around the, like, it was still in the like getting ready phase, sort of.
Yeah, they were just heading in. I still have the sketches, I believe. They were just getting into like their first dungeon. And I remember there was a lot of like, I tried really to like write it so the different characters shared the same like character traits of the people who played them. So like Sebastian's character was pretty goofy and aloof, but could still be very serious. And Alice was the typical mother goose. And there was just about a bunch of stuff in it, but that also made it kind of hard to write it. because like when characters were based on your friends and stuff, you never wanted them to appear in a bad light.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It's also why self-inserts are a pretty bad thing usually.
Exactly.
The thing I remember the most about it was that you took inspiration from anime, obviously. You also took a lot of inspiration from Gurren Lagann. Specifically in a particular character. Which I remember very clearly.
Yeah. Well, we kept... Okay, so we had this guy in a raiding group called Hector. And for some reason, we kept joking about him being gay. And I think he was a little younger than us, so he was incredibly defensive about it. And so that, of course, made it all the more fun. And so when I made the comic, he was a copy-paste Leron from Gurren Lagann.
Yep. Complete with the hair and the eyeshadow and all that.
He was super traced. And so he was just this super ultra sassy mega gay guy who wanted nothing more than to fuck Wills.
Yeah, oh my god.
Who was... So Wills was another one of our friends, poor English bastard. he was the most straight man of any straight man you could ever find, and he would always be the butt of the joke. So of course we made him the butt of the joke here as well.
I remember specifically, he was a mage, but he was like a combat mage, and he like focused a bit on melee, which was pretty cool. But he used a staff, and he wanted us to call him the Pole Master.
No, the Rod Master.
The Rod Master, that's fucking it. Oh my god, the Rod Master.
And yeah, like, Cheshire, you joke with, girl, I know you ain't going out looking like that, snaps fingers. But I actually made him like an armor smith tailor guy, so he would be the one in charge of everyone's armor.
You can't be seen wearing that.
Yeah, which it never happened, but it was gonna accumulate because he of course had the hugest crush on Wills, which was gonna accumulate in Wills getting a super powered armor that was bright pink and had hearts all over it.
Nice. Oh, that's safe in the basement, Alice. Man, it was a good time.
I have found my throne. And Cheshire, I think I still have the like like the sketches, but again, I need to stress with all of my being, shit was traced and it was traced bad. So even if you see it, it's not me. But actually, I do remember it actually garnered some attention when I made it. Like,
definitely did.
People made fan art. People were like begging to feature in it. I also because it was so, you know, like linked to us, like in the game, and some of the people there. There was people who were not happy with their inclusion in the comic. Do you remember? I think her name was Amar or something. Big paladin chick, used a crossbow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Her guild got so pissed they made a they made a parody comic where they just shat all over me.
Wow.
After the comic and as this work, once or twice I had people whispering me, going, "Are you the Ellen?" And lol, nice stolen name.
Nice stolen name. Cheshire asks, have you ever thought about remaking it?
Well, I don't have the time.
No, you've got a lot of stuff on your plate, right?
Yeah. Plus, I may or may not be working on something else in the shadows.
Oh!
Ooh.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, all the gay one.
How's this,
Yeah.
Sounds...
Yeah, that's the thing I'm working on. So don't say it out loud.
Oh, alright.
Did we do the quest or?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I need to listen to the. Piss me in the ear.
It's not that long. We can start moving towards the next place.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm home.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I don't
Sorry
give a
it's been
fuck.
so long.
Fuck you, kid.
Okay, let's see. To the northeast, we need to get to Morganton.
I know neither
What
of
the
you is
fuck?
around to hear this, but
What?
What's happening?
Did that just disintegrate?
No, I shot it in the face
I
with a
miss
shotgun.
watching Dad grade papers on the living room table.
I heard it
Yeah.
pop out of the ground,
miss
so I was
the
looking
three of
around
us
for it.
huddled around the radio, listening to the Silver Shroud.
Don't work too hard, Cheshire. Life is
You were
about
right about
enjoying
what
it,
living
not
underground
working all the
would
time.
really be like. 25 years locked in with the same people was
Oh, so that's what I've been doing wrong. Thank you,
watching
Sebastian.
them pair up, get married, have children.
Uh-oh.
Well, I think I got to know a little bit of what you and Mom were always telling me.
I mean, we could.
Well,
There's a mine next
during
to it.
this whole trip down memory lane, maybe a walk over to the old
Sure.
high school was
Let's go towards the mine. Let's follow the railroad, go to the mine.
Fuck you, chicken!
Oh no, you want the chicken?
Jesus Christ, Elvis. Stop! Stop! Why are you like this? Wait. No! The chickens!
We love the chicken.
Oh, there's a lighthouse up there.
Pretty fine land to have a lighthouse here,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
there's a river.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, shooty.
There is a firefight!
There's Roberts. Is that a donut holding a coffee cup?
There's a donut holding a coffee cup.
That's amazing.
It's called Sluckum's Joe.
And these guys don't stand a fucking chance against shit. Knuckle dusters.
Yeah! Uppercut! Dead!
Oh, it looked like you just ran past him and knocked him in the stomach, and he just fell over.
I'm like a samurai where I appear behind them and then I do a cool pose and then they just fall over.
Is there an inside bit, or is it just upstairs?
There is an inside bit.
Fuck it, I'll come down then.
It's not a big inside bit.
It's a bit.
Teleports behind you.
No.
Nothing personal, kid.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Nothing personnel, kid. What? Sebastian, was it you who linked me the Freeman story, like animated?
Yes.
Shit, that was good. You don't often link me shit, but when you do, it is gold, son.
I am a fine connoisseur. Memes and fun shit.
I only serve the dankest of memes.
Which also means that I have to go through a...
Have you seen the Danish version of memes called Maya?
No.
That is the absolute fucking best thing in the world.
Right?
Yep.
Is it not just old people posting like minions with quotes on them on Facebook?
What? No. Oh, I can send you a bunch. We'll do that later.
Sure.
You will thank me.
I always appreciate a healthy dose of memes.
By the way, I have realized that Danish humor is arguably some of the hardest in the world to translate into other languages.
Yeah?
I tried telling a bunch of Ørken Sønder jokes to Alice.
Hell yeah.
No, sorry. And I showed the flickering lights. Like, I suppose, like, Alice, you like flickering lights somewhat, right? Yeah, but it's not like, it's not howling with laughter like us Danes will do. And like when you try and explain why something is funny, it's like, I can't. It's not really funny actually. It's just he said it in a fun way.
The Green Butchers. That's some fucking Class A stuff.
Oh, so one of you guys won a prize. Mr. Pricebot is here. You should come down because he don't do stairs good.
What? Mr. Price?
Oh, he's coming up. He's looking
up the stairs.
You won.
He's looking all over me.
Me?
Oh, thank you.
No, fuck off. It's me. I'm the one. Senpai noticed me.
Does he just like run around and give people prizes?
Yeah. He came up to me in a fight with like a bunch of level 62 super mutants. I'm like, hello there. Okay.
I got a hunting rifle and some ammo.
They've updated their privacy policy.
Good day to you.
He gave me like a bunch of cryo grenades, which saved my ass in that fight. So thank you, Mr. Pricebot. Thank you.
What a hero.
Sebastian, did you just say that he flew up to you just
That's what he
to tell
said.
you that they... Oh, I thought that was all he did, like flew up to you and gave you a note that says we have updated our privacy policies.
That's pretty much what happened, because I didn't get anything. I only got him telling me they had updated the privacy policy.
See, Senpai noticed me and not you, because I got a hunting rifle.
It's the fact you jumped in front. Like,
bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking absolute bullshit.
Do you want the hunting rifle?
No.
Then eat a dick. So, are we going into the mine, or...?
Yes. Also,
I am pretty
hello
fucking
there.
sure I took you guys
Hello.
here before.
well, you took me here
I've
during the
never been.
beta.
Alright.
Also, hello there. I do not want to be touched.
Oh, it's touched.
We'll try to refrain from touching you. Except emotionally.
Sebastian, you're naked again.
I said I would try not to touch him, alright?
As is tradition.
I'm making no
Yes.
promises.
That could not have been timed better. We shall try not to touch you. You're
Hi there, big boy.
Yes! Oh god, I just fucking remembered. I made Hector lisp as well.
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
You could not have made him more gay.
Oh no, that's bigotry at its highest level, Jesus.
Like, he was super fucking gay. There was no help for him.
He was so gay, it was downright a disability. I found a thing for TNT.
It's the dynamite?
For dynamite.
Oh. Well, now we're gonna definitely win the fight.
Who was it that made Back in Black? Was it AC/DC?
Yeah.
I love how it was some years ago when the news story came out that the lead singer didn't really have any voice anymore, or well, he had super fucked his throat or something, and everyone and their mom went, no fucking shit, cause like like all of the lyrics are like
it felt so fucking
good. Like, don't get me wrong, it's fucking fantastic. It's grade A music, but god damn it, that will fuck your throat harder than a porn star.
Even if it's a woman.
There's a little thing called strap-on, you uncultured swine. This is not a... I just realized this is not a discussion I like to have.
Hey, Touched, how old are you? Just pretend you didn't hear anything.
Oh, he's old enough.
Oh, okay. You won't tell your mom.
I'm gonna give you guys a 5% XP boost.
You are very kind.
Sick.
How are you gonna do that?
I got a card perk thing.
Oh my god, Sebastian, you just running around in your underwear strapped with bandoliers and belts.
Yahoo! That's the way I like it.
You look like a gay Nomura design.
I'm 100% okay with this.
A gayer Nomura design.
Alice, open this shit.
There we go. Now you can actually get a 20% gained XP.
Nice.
Did you go into charisma?
I've had charisma for quite a while because most of my, like, you can only put 15 points in, so now I have to put levels into something else.
Motherfucker.
Ow.
Yes, Touched, Sebastian asked how old you were, because we were talking about sex stuff. Alright, so I just remembered a question I had earlier that I immediately forgot before I asked it. Would you consider making sponsored videos?
Oh, interesting.
Abso-fucking-lutely. I've been trying to get my shit sponsored, but no one ever replies.
I love money.
Give me all that moolah. But that's like when you get like monetized on YouTube, they typically go, hey, there's a bunch of links, go check those out. Fucking, I hate you. I'm YouTube, and one of those is basically just like, it's more or less like Facebook, but for people who want to sponsor you. So they go, hey, we have this thing. What we want you to do is like talk about the thing. We will send you a thing, and it needs to fill this much of your video. And
So thank you, Squarespace.
Yeah. So thank you, Squarespace. The all-in-one entertainment, and then like you can decide, you can say, hey, I want to do the thing for you, and they will have provided you with how much money they're willing to pay, like between this and this. And so I would just like high target fucking everything, and laser point target specifically things like books or something, because that's applicable for what I do. And I would get no replies.
What about, have you tried getting in contact with audible.com?
Yeah, I think they were actually on the site. No, it wasn't Audible, but it was a different audio.
They just didn't like the cut of
audio
your jib.
service. And I even because like I keep pushing this book called Invisible Ink, which is a fantastic book for storytelling. Because it's all centered around what you can tell without saying it.
Okay.
Which is something that's super important when you're making a fucking comic. And I remember writing them like, hey, I have a show where I tell people how to write stuff. You guys got this book on your platform. I can push this shit harder than anything. Never heard back from them.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing with like sponsors on YouTube has been like up in turmoil as of late. In terms of what's important, is it like engaged view time? Is it the amount of views? Is it the amount of subscribers? Which change on a monthly fucking basis now.
Yeah.
So most of the sponsors don't really know what to look for anymore. So they mostly go with what they have in the past. So, eh.
There's also been this gigantic conundrum because a lot of big YouTubers were pushing a thing called BetterHelp.
Yeah.
Which is
an
online therapy thing.
I thought it was the Skillshare thing. What's the name of that?
Oh.
Skillshare.
Alright, fuck.
But the BetterHelp was it's like online psychology, which for what it sets out to be sounds fucking amazing. Basically, it's a place where you can get in touch with like certified counselors and psychologists and what have you through the internet, which is like great because there's a lot of people with, like, for example, social anxiety. So they are not gonna go out and find a psychologist because fuck that, I have to go outside. But it turned out that in their EULA, they had a bunch of shit that basically said, we can't really promise you this will help in any fashion.
Well, of course not.
And like, I'm paraphrasing, of course, but there was a bunch of stuff in it that was basically just sounded like them not giving the slightest of fucks, and basically it was just sounding like highway robbery. And then you went in and found out some of the people that had left reviews on the site, like some of the quotes that they used were from people that were working for BetterHelp. And so there was this gigantic conundrum because, like, people had been, like, going to this because, hey, Philip DeFranco told me I should go check this out. It's Philip DeFranco. You don't get much more Yas Daddy than Philip DeFranco. And when I called them, they told me to eat a bag of dicks and fuck off. So that happened.